What is going on, guys? Welcome back for another video, and today I'm going to be giving you tips to help you with early teal season. Over the past few months, I've been getting tons of requests for people asking for the Mallardsboro hats or Mallardsboro shirts or whatever. I'm going to let you guys know right now, if you click the link in the description of this video, you can go and check out all the merchandise that I've got up on the website. And whatever you guys purchase goes directly towards supporting this channel, and I really appreciate all the support that you guys give me. Also, go ahead and leave us a thumbs up and subscribe if you have not already. It means a lot when you guys do that as well. The first tip that I have for you guys is to dress accordingly. Teal season is in September, and it can get very hot, and it can be rainy, it can be sunny. It's kind of hard to say what's going to happen in September. So dress according. Make sure you check the weather. Like lately, it's just been pouring down rain. Almost like I want a waterproof jacket so I'm not soaking wet. So dress according to the weather. If it's going to rain, bring waterproof gear. If it's going to be hot, bring lightweight clothing. If it's going to be cold, bring some layers so you can layer and peel things off as the day goes on and things get warmer. The second tip I have for you guys is to use the right shotgun shells. I made a video about a week or two ago talking about picking the right shotgun shell, but for teal season, you can use 2 3/4 inch or 3 inch 4-shot or 6-shot. Both of them work great for teal season. Tip number 3 is about decoys. So if you guys have teal decoys, go ahead and bring those along. But if you don't have teal decoys, don't worry about it. You'll be just fine using your regular mallard decoys. If you just have 2 or 3 dozen mallard decoys, I'd say just grab all the hens that you have and take those with you, because in September the birds are not plumed out. So a mallard is not going to look like this. It's going to look like a mallard hen would. They're eclipsed still, so they're just kind of probably starting to get the drake features with like the green head and whatever. But with teal, same thing. All ducks are kind of in that molted phase and kind of eclipsed and getting into getting plumage. So your decoys, if you have a bunch of hen decoys, it's going to match what they've been seeing with all the ducks around them. If you go to the store and buy green wing or blue wing decoys, there's going to be probably 3 hens and then 3 drakes, and the drakes are fully plumed. So if you're going for a more realistic spread, go ahead and just use all the hens that you got. It'll be perfect. As for spinners, I'd say bring as many spinner decoys as you have. It doesn't hurt to have spinners out during teal season. Teal seem to love spinners for some reason. And if you guys have a dove mojo from dove season that you want to use, go ahead and bring that with you, because it's going to flash and flicker. It'll be perfect for when you're shooting teal. Tip number 4 is to go out and practice shooting before you go teal hunting. You know, with dove hunting, it's not as crucial because, you know, more birds are going to fly by. But sometimes with teal season, you've only got like a limited amount of birds in the area, and you want to be able to hit those birds. If you only have one group of teal come in, you want to shoot at least 1 or 2 of them. You don't want to miss all 3 shells and then walk home empty-handed. So do yourself a favor, go out and practice shooting beforehand. Whether it be shooting clays or going out dove hunting, just kind of take a little bit of time before teal season starts to kind of dust off the gun and really get back in the swing of things. Tip number 5 is to bring bug spray or a thermocell. If you're teal hunting in a marsh, chances are you're gonna be out there real early, so you're gonna be sitting there for a long time, and it's gonna be nighttime, so there's gonna be a lot of mosquitoes around, and you're gonna have lights on, and they're just gonna be attracted to you. Do yourself a favor, bring bug spray and bring a thermocell if you have one. I don't have a thermocell, so I'm gonna just bring some 98% DEET bug spray. That's gonna be the game changer when it comes down to hunting in the marsh. The next tip I've got for you guys is about calling. I've got a teal call that I actually got in my hunter's haul box, which I've been kind of saving and waiting for teal season to come up so I can start using it. And so now it's time. I'm gonna break out the teal call and try it for the first time on a teal hunt. I've never used a teal call when I'm teal hunting. So I've heard a lot of great things about teal calls, but normally I just kind of use my mallard call, and that seems to do the trick a little bit. Last year, where we were hunting, you could have gone out there with just waders and a gun and shot at least 1 bird, because the birds were just circling and going every which way because they were being shot at from every angle. So if you're in an area where there's not a whole lot of people hunting, calling will definitely help you out. So a teal call sounds like this. I'm a little rusty, I haven't practiced. I honestly just pulled it out of the closet from when I put it in there last spring. So might need to brush up on this before tomorrow. Tip number 7 is a big one, whether it's for dove hunting, teal hunting, duck hunting, goose hunting. It's scouting. Scouting is super important for any type of hunting that you're gonna do, and don't overlook scouting when it comes to teal season, because you can set up in an area where you think it's gonna be good. You just kind of like, hey, this was good last year, I bet it's gonna be good this year. Things are gonna be different from years past, especially in marshes, because sometimes marshes are flooded really high, sometimes marshes are dry. You never really know. So it helps to go out and take a look at least at the water conditions that you're going to be hunting and the areas that are open to hunting, because you don't want to roll up at 5 o'clock in the morning. I mean, granted, that's a little late. You don't want to roll up at 3 o'clock in the morning and get out of the truck and start walking going, man, I think there's water up here a little ways here, and it's bone dry. The biggest thing you can do is just go ahead and scout, and then while you're out scouting, watch the birds. See how many birds are going to each pool, and then figure out what pool you want to go to from there. Tip number 8 is the hide. You want to be able to tuck yourself into some tall grass, some cattails, whatever you can find. You want to be hidden pretty well. During teal season, it's not as crucial to be super hidden, but you want to stay tucked back to where the birds are really not going to see you all that well. Take your time. If you need to build a blind, build a blind. If you find a nice good bit of cattails to sit in, that's going to be perfect. Just go ahead and make sure you're not sticking out too bad. You want to be able to hunker down, get low, be covered, and then be able to see the birds come in and shoot them. So tip number 9 is to watch out for the big ducks. This is something you really need to be careful of when you're teal hunting, because big ducks are around. Big ducks aren't around in as big of numbers as they are during the normal duck season, but there's still some residential populations that you might find. So pay attention to the birds, make sure they're teal when you shoot them, and if you're not sure, don't take the shot. Watch the birds until you are sure that they are a blue-wing or a green-wing teal, and then take the shot. And tip number 10 is to know when the right time to pull up and shoot is. I've had this happen to me for teal season last year and for duck season in years past, and it's like you're not used to hunting anymore, and you need to condition yourself to get back into hunting. So what happens is you pull up way too late because those teal are so fast. By the time you pull up, those teal are behind you. So learn from your mistakes after the first couple of times. If you're pulling up late, be prepared and be ready. Get that gun up by the time they're in the kill zone, because if you're pulling up 3 seconds late, those teal are gone. Make sure when you're shooting, pull up at the right time and be ready to let her fly. That is all the tips I have for teal season. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you liked it, leave a thumbs up and subscribe if you have not already. I've got a Twitter, Instagram, Snapchat, and Facebook, so be sure to follow me on there and stay up to date with what's going on. But that is all I've got for you guys today. I hope you enjoyed this video, and I'll catch you on the next one.